Well, Guybrash Tripwud, you do turn up in the strangest places.
Hi, Elaine's. Do you think you could help me out?
How did you get into this mess?
It's kind of a long story.
Oh, that's okay. I've got time.
Well, it all started on Scab Island. Some of my admiring fans had pressured me into telling my LeChuck evaporating story once again.
Deep in the Caribbean, Scab Island.
So I bust into the church and say, "Now you're in for it, you bilious bag of barnacle bait." And then LeChuck cries, "Guybrush, have mercy! I can't take it anymore!"
I think I know how he must have felt.
Yeah, if I hear this story one more time, I'm gonna be crying myself.
Don't you have any new stories?
Well, actually, that's why I'm here on Scab Island. I'm on a whole new adventure.
Growing a mustache?
No, bigger than that.
A beard?
No, I'm in search of treasure. The biggest treasure of them all. A treasure so valuable and so well hidden that it haunts the dreams of every pirate on the seas.
You mean
Big whoop?
None other.
Then why'd you come here? There's no treasure on Scab Island.
Well, I didn't know that before. Now I'm trying to charter a ship and look someplace else. When I return, I'll have riches galore and a whole new story.
Or you'll have died trying.
either way, we won't have to hear about LeChuck anymore.
Ha! Those guys wouldn't know a good story even if they paid $50 for it. When I find Big Whoop, I'll become a legend among pirates for generations to come. I can only charter a ship and get off this stinking island. Welcome to Woodtick. No treasure hunting zone. Oops, I think I broke the sign. Oops, excuse me.
Out of my way, fancy pants! On second thought, stop right there! You ain't from these parts, are you? This is a toll bridge. You gotta pay.
Sure. Take my money. I don't want any trouble.
Oh, there goes all my fun. Now I don't get to do this.
Help! Police!
Scream as loud as you want. There's no police on Scab Island.
Then who eats the donuts and roughs up the transients?
I roughs up what needs roughing up on this island.
Whoa.
Hey, you're loaded. This is my lucky night. Remember, wherever you go, on sea or on land, you can't ever hide from Lago Legrand.
Tough town. I guess I should have got those traveler's checks. Nice stick.
He's back.
How's the pirate biz?
Horrible.
The sailing embargo has all of us pirates landlocked. We can't go about our business.
Some of us tried pirating on land, but it just didn't feel right.
What's this about an embargo?
The Largo embargo.
Well, it's not really an embargo. It's a tax on ships coming or going,
But it's a huge tax that no captain on this island can afford.
including dread.
That fool Largo doesn't know when to stop. He can't take more from us than we have.
Any idea where I could hire a ship?
You'll need to go to the far side of the island, and there you'll meet a man named Captain Dread.
Yikes. Sounds intimidating.
Not really, once you get to know him.
Of course, he can't take you anywhere until Largo lifts his sailing embargo.
Any marshmallows left?
Marshmallows? We don't have any marshmallows.
What's that white puffy thing on the end of your stick?
It's the stuffing for under my eye patch.
We're just sterilizing it.
We're pirates, Guybrush, not Girl Scouts.
Ever tell you about the time I kicked LeChuck's butt?
Look, Guybrush, besides the fact that we'd all rather die than hear that story again, there's another reason you shouldn't go spreading that story around.
Largo Legrand is back on Scab. He used to be LeChuck's right-hand man. You don't want to get Largo on your bad side.
Tell me about this Largo guy.
A two-bit thug.
He's nothing but a low-down weasel.
So why don't you kick Largo off the island?
Well, we would.
But he was very close to LeChuck.
But LeChuck's gone forever.
I heard they never found his body.
That's because I blew it into 1,000 pieces.
Oh no, not this story again.
Do you guys know any piratey songs?
Sure, Fink here knows a million. Go ahead, Fink. Sing that one about Scab Island.
Oh, all right. Well, I'd rather be a pirate on Scab than a scab on a pirate. And if you'll listen to me gab, I'll tell you why I admire it. Oh, the people aren't too friendly, the weather's not the best. The lodging's too expensive and Largo's quite a pest. But the thing I like about Scab is what it hasn't got. No mayor or police force, and no jail in which to ride.
That was beautiful.
Do you guys know any more piratey songs?
Okay, here's one about a pirate, his parrot, and a tragic day at sea.
You're not gonna sing Polly the Squawker lives in Davy Jones' locker, are you? You know that one always makes me cry.
Sorry, Bart.
Do you guys know any more piratey songs?
Let me try one. Oh, 100 bottles of beer on the wall. 100 bottles of beer. You take one down, pass it around. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Oh, 99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer. You take one down, pass it around. 98 bottles of beer on the wall. Oh, 98 bottles of beer on the wall. 98 bottles of beer.
508.
You take one down, pass it around. 508 bottles of beer on the wall. Oh, 508 bottles of beer on the wall.
4.
4 bottles of beer. You take one down, pass it around. 3 bottles of beer on the wall. Oh, 3 bottles of beer on the wall. 3 bottles of beer. You take one down, pass it around. 2 bottles of beer on the wall. Oh, 2 bottles of beer on the wall. 2 bottles of beer. You take one down, pass it around.
508.
508 bottles of beer on the wall.
Okay, that's enough.
Oh, I wasn't done.
Well, I'll see you salty dogs later.
That reminds me, do we have any weenies left?
Steamin' Weenies, 20 feet. This door appears to be locked. Looks closed. Nice! Help wanted. 1 week's salary in advance. Inquire below. The fire's out. I'm no cook. Sharp. He looks really into his cooking. Excuse me.
Don't bug me. I'm cooking.
Ugh, it's all cans of fruit cocktail. I hate fruit cocktail. The barkeep might see me.
Hello?
It's a pile of blank paper. Reminds me of a dollhouse I once had. I mean, my, sister once had. It's too small. Nice map.
Thanks.
I can't reach it. I can't reach it. Nice map.
Thanks.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes. Hi there. Can I help you?
Hi, I'm Guybrush. Who are you?
Wally. Wally B. Feed. At your service.
I have some questions about Scab Island.
Why? Thinking about moving here?
Actually, I'm trying to get off it as soon as possible.
Good luck. With the sailing embargo Largo's imposed on Scab, it's hard to get anywhere. Which doesn't help my business, let me tell you.
You know anything about this Largo guy?
He's just the local hood, shakes down everybody in town. Nobody comes or goes from Scab because Largo makes them pay through the nose.
Yeah, tell me about it. Where's the governor's mansion?
There is no governor on Scab. This is an anarchist cooperative of pirates, cutthroats and other criminals. A haven for roughnecks and rebels like me. The only authority on this island is that bully Largo.
I'm looking for some room and board.
Well, I hear there's a new chef down at the Bloody Lip. And the Swamp Rot Inn has all the comforts of the sea. But I think Largo's booked the whole thing.
Thanks for the lowdown.
Any time.
What exactly do you do here?
I'm a cartographer.
You do open heart surgery? In here?
No. I'm the map-making sort of cartographer.
Oh. What kind of maps do you make?
Every kind a pirate could need. My eyes have seen the whole world, and there's not a part of it I haven't put down on paper. Maps are very, very important.
Actually, I prefer to just stop and ask directions.
That's what Magellan thought. Ha ha ha! Sorry, cartographer joke.
Is longitude the sideways one, or is that latitude? I can never remember which is which.
It's so cute when you lay people try to understand geography. I could try to explain it, but it would probably just go over your head.
Do you know anything about Big Whoop?
Uh-oh, who sent you here? I should warn you, I'm heavily armed.
Well, well, aren't we jumpy?
You would be too if you were me. I've been researching Big Whoop for years. There are a lot of people who'd like to get their hands on my files.
Where do you think it's buried?
Well, I haven't really been able to find out much hard information. What do you know about it?
I really don't know much about it at all.
You mean you never heard of the 4 men who buried it?
No. Tell me all about it.
Well, all anyone knows for sure is that there was a shipwreck. The merchant vessel Eleyne went down in a terrible storm.
Eleyne?
Only 4 crew members survived. They washed up on a remote deserted island. Some say its name was Inky Island, but I don't believe that.
Well, why don't you believe it?
Because there's no such island. Anyway, that's where they supposedly found Big Whoop.
But what is Big Whoop?
Whatever it was so wonderful, or so horrible, that they never wanted anyone else to find it. So, they took the map they made of the island and split it up among the 4 of them, and they all went their separate ways.
Where are they now?
Well, I don't even know their names. I'd go look them up at the Fat City Library, if it weren't for this stupid Largo embargo. Of course, it could just be an old legend, but if I could just see the map of that island, I bet I could recognise the shape of the land and track it down myself.
You know, I could just sit and talk about maps all day.
Hey, me too!
Is that all you do? Make maps?
Well, I do some restoration work too. I paste them together, recopy them, paint little cupids in the corners. You know, artsy-fartsy stuff. Maps are very, very important.
I'm sure they are. Well, goodbye.
Okie dokie. Hey, where's my monocle? I can't see a thing without me monocle. Where is that thing? I swear I put it right here.
It's just a bucket.
Hey, leave that alone.
Sorry, is this your bucket?
Well,
No.
So you won't mind if I take it?
I guess not.
Excuse me,
Yeah, boy?
how's business?
It's just terrible. No one ever comes down here anymore. Largo's got all my regulars spooked. You know, I can mix any drink there is, make anything you could name, but I can't make the one thing that could really do this island some good.
What's that?
A voodoo doll of Largo LeGrand.
You there!
Uh-oh.
Give me my usual and put it in a real glass. Fork over the dough or you'll be serving Bloody Marys for a week. From your nose.
That's all I have.
Well, you better have more tomorrow, or we might have to move this dump to a new location. Like, say, the bottom of the ocean.
Boy, you just gave him all your money?
I don't want to talk about it.
Excuse me,
Yeah, boy?
I saw your sign outside. What's the job?
Oh, yeah. I really should take that thing down. I hired a new cook just this morning, but if things don't work out with him, I'll let you know.
Is that job available yet?
Sorry, that guy I hired is doing just fine so far.
Want to see my scar?
Depends. Is there a good story behind it?
As a matter of fact, there is. It's a story of the ghost pirate LeChuck and his gruesome demise.
Heard it. This is the one where he drinks too much root beer and burps so hard he explodes, right?
Not exactly.
Frankly, I don't care much for stories that promote moderation in drinking. I do have a business to run, you know.
Grog, please. Shaken, not stirred.
Maybe you'd like a Shirley Temple instead.
I'm old enough. Look at my beard.
Ha! That's the oldest trick in the book. Tell you what, I'll let you have some near grog. Doesn't have any alcohol in it, but it's just as nasty smelling and foul tasting as that stuff grown-ups drink.
Right on.
Oh, wait, what am I saying? I just sold the last of it to Kate. Sorry.
Rats.
Of course, if you have some ID.
I must have left my ID in my other pants.
You'll have to do better than that. No ID, no service.
I don't want to touch it with my hands. Largo's been here. There isn't enough spit to put in the bucket. Largo's been here. Largo's been here. Largo's been here. Oh, yuck.
Yeah?
What's the problem with that Largo guy?
He really goes against my grain. I'd like to make an end table out of him, but I don't have the guts. With all my tools, I'm still unable to create the one thing that could do this island some good.
Like an all-night tattoo parlor?
No. Like a voodoo doll of Largo Legrand.
Oh. Nice apron. Are you some sort of chef?
No, I'm a woodsmith, which gives one of us an excuse for dressing funny.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
A woodchuck could chuck no amount of wood since a woodchuck can't chuck wood.
But if a woodchuck could chuck and would chuck some amount of wood, what amount of wood would a woodchuck chuck?
Even if a woodchuck could chuck wood, and even if a woodchuck would chuck wood, should a woodchuck chuck wood?
A woodchuck should chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, as long as a woodchuck would chuck wood.
Oh, shut up.
I'd like to look around a bit.
Sure thing. Oh, no you don't. No one touches her but me.
Oh boy, it's Buzzsaw Girl.
No one touches her but me.
Nice sturdy workbench.
Everything's laid out just how I need it. Hey, don't touch those. I need all of them.
Pounds and pounds of nails. Looks murky. International House of Mojo. It appears to be yo-yo string. I'll just take a little. Display model. It appears to be bolted to the table.
Hey, that's just a display model. Guybrash Tripwud. It's been a long time since you last came to see me.
About that jar I was looking at?
That's one of my most powerful potions. Brings the dead back to life.
I'll take it.
There are some complications. It only works on ashes, and the resurrection is only temporary. Plus, you need to bring me a sample of the subject's ashes before I can mix you up a batch.
Boy, voodoo's complicated.
Rules are rules.
Tell me about this Largo guy.
He's a weak little man who bullies this whole island around. Most people are afraid of him because he was once LeChuck's right-hand man.
Yeah, but LeChuck's history. I got rid of him myself.
True evil can never be destroyed completely. You will see.
Why don't you just put a curse on Largo?
I've tried. My most powerful magic lies in voodoo dolls. But to make an effective doll, I need some items from Largo's person, and no one's brave enough to go get them for me.
What kind of ingredients do you need for the doll?
Are you willing to help me make one?
Maybe?
To make it work, you need to bring me some personal artifacts of the victim. One from each of the 4 basic voodoo groups. Something of the thread, something of the head, something of the body, and something of the dead.
Hey, that almost rhymes.
For the thread, I need a piece of Largo's clothing, and a lock of hair will do for the head. Bring me a sample of fluid from his body, and from his dead relatives, you must acquire some remnant of a corpse. Here, take the shopping list.
Thanks.
Do you have any of those ingredients with you?
I have some of his spit.
Excellent. You may keep the paper. Have you brought me any other ingredients?
I'll bring you more later.
Good. Now go.
They're unlabeled.
Have you brought me any more ingredients?
I'll bring you more later.
Good. Now go.
Wow, a whole bucket of mud. And it's mine. All mine. The Ricketts. No trespassing. It looks like it's been sealed shut. It's locked shut with a big rusty lock. Stan's Cozy Crypts. A place to spend eternity, not a fortune. The Quagmires. No trespassing. Here lies Hank Plank. Does anybody recognize that name? He didn't have any money on him when he died, and somebody's got to pay for the funeral. Stan. Here lies Hank Plank. Does anybody recognize that name? He didn't have any money on him when he died, and somebody's got to pay for the funeral. Stan. The Grave of the Unknown Pirate. The Grouts. No trespassing. Warning! Quarantine tomb. Inhabitants died of green tongue fever. No man commanded Jean-Louise, not on land and not on water. John did whatever he did please, until he kissed the gunner's daughter. Marco Largo Legrand. hell on sea or sand. The good news is he's dead. The bad news is he bred. This is creepy feeling.
I'd swear on my grandfather's grave, something weird is going on.
Excuse me, I'd like a room, please.
Sorry, we only have one and it's full.